I have a saying overseas: when there's no war outside the wire, the conflict comes within.
Say that one more time.
When there's no war outside the wire, conflict comes within. Particularly in Australia, we don't have many big world issues. You know, you're over in the US and there is gun violence, there is immigration issues, there is really big world issues. You know, we're pulling ourselves apart over historical identity.
Which is deeply important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But this is the whole thing. We're pulling ourselves apart over it as opposed to having discussions. It's being taken over by politics as opposed to like unified leadership. Australia has this tall poppy cutting syndrome, has this default to pessimism. We like to tear people down, either not to their face or behind their back. I think Australia has this terrible knack of just continuously looking forward and not actually sitting down and studying what many of our forefathers and foremothers wrote. But as is the nature of our culture, we're caught up in the current news cycle and the next. I was in Coachella in the US actually at the start of this year. A black American friend of mine, and he just turned to me and he's like, you know, I only just found out recently that Australia came from being a penal colony. He's like, do you think that explains a lot of your culture? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, not a prisoner culture, but a jailer culture, you know, like step out of line, get whacked, be seen to progressive by others, get pulled back down, lots of rules, lots of regulations, being told what to do by people who don't usually do it themselves, close the borders, isolate yourselves. I was like, yeah, that's quite insightful.
It is.